All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are going to tackle one of music's most enigmatic and enduring bands out there, Dir En Grey. So, get this. That's how one critic tried to describe the voice of their frontman, Kyo. And, it's a voice that has pretty much defined the band for over 2 decades now. But here's the thing. To really get this band, you have to look way beyond just one voice or even one single genre. Their story, it's all about constant reinvention. So let's start with a really simple question, right? Who exactly are Dir En Grey? Okay, so on paper, you could call them a Japanese heavy metal band. But honestly, that label barely even scratches the surface. I mean, their sound just weaves through everything from avant-garde to progressive to extreme metal. But what's really incredible, the thing that blows my mind, is their lineup. It has been perfectly intact, completely unchanged since they got together way back in 1997. Okay, so to really get how they evolved, we've got to go back to their explosive beginnings in a scene that is just uniquely Japanese. The band pretty much rose from the ashes of another group, Sadies, and their rise to fame, it was fast. I mean, incredibly fast. They hooked up with a legendary producer Yoshiki from Japan, and boom, suddenly they were hitting the top 10 charts. But as they got more and more famous, they started to feel like that Visual Kei label was kind of becoming a creative cage. They weren't idols, they were musicians, first and foremost. And as their guitarist Karu puts it here, they felt like that whole look was actually building a wall between them and the people they were playing for. So, what did they do? They made a very deliberate choice to change things up. They toned down the makeup, ditched the super elaborate costumes, and went for a more subtle look. Why? To put the focus right back where they felt it belonged, on the music itself. And shedding that image, well, it was way more than just a cosmetic change. It opened the floodgates for a radical evolution in their sound, and, kind of surprisingly, an explosion onto the world stage. This right here, this was the turning point. That 2002 EP, Six Ugly, was a game changer. The music suddenly got faster, way more aggressive. They started leaning hard into the heavy riffs and complex structures you'd hear in Western metal at the time. I mean, it was a whole different universe from their earlier pop rock stuff. And their rise on the international scene, it was just meteoric. Seriously, think about this for a second. They sold out shows in places like Berlin and Paris with practically zero traditional promotion. It was all powered by internet word of mouth. And that buzz led to them playing huge festivals and touring with giants of the scene like Korn and the Deftones. And then, by the end of 2006, it was official. Their video for Saku was voted the #1 video of the entire year on MTV2's Headbangers Ball. That pretty much cemented it. They had arrived on the global metal scene. So, okay, they've conquered the world stage. What's next? Well, the band entered this new phase totally focused on mastering their own unique artistic vision. People often throw around the term avant-garde metal to describe their music, and really, it's not about following some set formula. It's more of a label for artists who just refuse to be boxed in, who are all about experimentation and constantly trying to push the boundaries of what heavy music can even be. And that commitment to their art, it is absolutely unwavering. For years, they've resisted all the commercial pressure to sing in English. Why? Because for them, the Japanese language is an essential part of the artwork. They trust that fans can connect with the raw emotion in the music, even if they don't understand every single word. And you know what holds that vision together? The very same 5 people who started this band all those years ago. Now, this level of consistency, the same 5 members since day one, that is almost unheard of in the music world. It just speaks volumes about their deep, shared commitment to what they're doing. So after everything we've talked about, what's the big takeaway here? What's the core of Dir En Grey's incredible journey? It really is a story of just relentless evolution. The band that made the pop-infused alternative rock on an album like Gauze back in '99, they sound almost nothing like the band creating the complex, brutal, progressive metal that came later. It's like 2 different bands, but it's not. And this all brings us to one final thought. In an industry that so often demands that you conform to succeed, Dir En Grey's entire career just poses this one powerful question. And maybe the answer is right there in their journey. It's this constant, fearless evolution.
It's not driven by trends, not by what's popular, but by a pure, unwavering artistic vision. A vision shared between 5 people for more than a quarter of a century. It's really something else.